So, my name is Brooklyn Anon, and I just want to take a little bit of your time. I don't normally post on YouTube, but I think there might be a need for me to make a channel just to save some of our movement, because without Q being active, they're going to listen and follow anybody and anybody. And majority of them are nobody. Now, look, let me tell you something. There's a few people in the movement that really concern me. They concern me, I'm not going to lie to you. Why? For a few reasons. So, when people like Jay Sather, and I think there's another guy, they go off about all this UFO and hidden technology, and hey, I'm not a religious nut. I'm only telling you because this is the final and realest truth to me. I'll ditch Q and I'll ditch Trump in one single heartbeat. All they have to do is flat out, with all seriousness, come out and say, hey, you're crazy for believing that the earth is geocentric, stationary, and everything revolves around you. And at that very moment, I'll say, yeah, we know what you're up to, spreading bullshit around. And I don't want anything to do with movements like that. Now, let me tell you, the people that I'm talking about at this moment, they're spreading that BS around, that horse manure. There's some gentleman named Joe M, and I've heard of him for quite some time. Heck, I even believed for a little while, hey, that might be JFK Jr. His voice really sounds like him. And then there's another lady who came out of the blue. Her YouTube channel, her videos don't even get edited. Like, my video that I'm posting off of my cell phone will look like it is a better quality, more professionally produced piece of artwork than her POS ends up looking like. And I don't want to down talk anyone in the movement, but I'm down talking somebody in the movement because I personally am seeing something wrong with what you're doing. And let me tell you what that is. I believe this young lady's name is something along the lines of Lisa Ann something. I don't know why she would even make her name something so close to Lisa Ann whatever. And you guys are getting me confused. Back to the story. So, Lisa Ann, the young lady with the red hair, she publishes some pretty good investigative work. Except the thing she's investigating, I mean, you got so much to do with your fucking time. Put it into something that doesn't make us look batshit crazy. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I do think JFK Jr. is alive. And I'm going to be honest with you again. It's not up to me when he comes back, if he comes back, or to look for him. What is my job is saving 800,000 children a year who go missing and are tortured and raped by these murderers, by these pedophiles, by these Satanists, by these fake synagogue Satan Jews. And I say fake very cautiously for one reason. Because, like I mentioned on the Instagram video, my father was a Jew. But since my mother wasn't, you're not part of the tribe, buddy. And to be honest with you, I never felt comfortable and never wanted to be. Because at the end of the day, Jews have their own way of making other Jews feel very hated. And they're the masters of anti-Semitism when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I can guarantee you, because I am from a predominantly Jewish neighborhood, but then there's also Jews that are great people that just misunderstand what they're reading, and they want to give it their own human logical explanation for what it means when it says in the Talmud that, every Gentile, you have the right to kill them, to rob from them, and when the Messiah comes back, all Gentiles will be our slaves. I mean, yeah, it's stuff that sounds terrible, but they're good people, so they make a good way to understand it and explain it. However, there's a very small portion that are responsible for in incorporating that evil wording and passage into such a holy book to begin with. And those men, they're not God's children. They're poisoning God's children. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let any religion tell you who's who, what's what. Because God, the only religion he made, is right here. It's in your gut. It's that joy you get walking down the street. It's that instinct you get thinking about the future, and that pure bliss connection with Christ that you feel directly down your lumbar and your crown chakra. That's real. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's beautiful too. I don't care about looking good my whole life. I don't care about money. Money is really, to me, it's unfortunate we live in a world where money is something that's required to keep people alive, unfortunately. I am a capitalist. Don't mind me when I say things like this too, because if you catch me in a different conversation, you'll be shocked. I'm a capitalist, 100,000% of the way. However, I do feel that we'd be better off in a society that did not incorporate gold coins. I'd give it a try, but a piece of toilet paper that every time you take that piece of toilet paper and put it into a financial institution, that financial institution now is granted the ability to lend 17 more pieces of toilet paper, just solely based off of the fact and the myth that the one you just put in, you'll keep in with them. So for every dollar that goes into a savings account from a customer, they print out 17 fake dollars. So if you walked into a bank after somebody deposited $10,000 and you borrowed $170,000, you just borrowed virtual money, all based off of the fact that that guy just deposited 10K. But you're paying interest on something that was never printed. See, these are the reasons why JFK spoke up against people in the dark, because people in the dark spread secrets about people who are not in the same area, meaning in the same vicinity or in the darkness with them. So the people in the light, that's how terms like goy get coined. And then those terms that actually mean something more sinister get passed to the majority and the more benevolent part of the religion to just be used socially. Now, let me tell you something. There's good people and bad people everywhere. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, like I'm from primarily a Muslim country. The capital was mostly Jews. Go figure. Now, to sit there and spread propaganda is something I won't do. So, I'll say that to say this. People who are promoting ideas like JFK Jr. is actually some bald Secret Service guy who wears makeup. In like 100-degree weather too, he wears makeup, mind you. You're not doing the movement a good deed. It's a disservice. You're making patriots, especially older people, you're giving them so much hope, all because you feel you are right. Now let me tell you something. I've seen other YouTube channels with like not 1/100th of your following actually find and give me a better photo op of who they think JFK is than what you presented. But yet you continue to push these narratives. And it's a few of these ladies. I'm not going to knock you. I respect you if you are a real patriot. And if you are a real patriot, maybe you should stop and sit and think about what I'm telling you. Q is going to be Q no matter what. But maybe we should just wait to see if JFK Jr. has a plan of his own instead of exposing every single move he makes, because then that's just putting him at risk. Look, I'm going to tell you this once, and honestly, I don't care how it makes you feel. Flat Earth, to me, is the ultimate truth. Then it's Q. Yep. I don't know if some of you remember, but I do. Q said, where we go one, we go all. Where we go one, we go all. So what you're doing is you're breaking the movement apart. Don't be a Corsi in a beautiful movement like this. Just don't. There's no need for it. You're making videos which you probably profit a few bucks off of here and there, spreading hope to it's hope porn to grandmothers and grandfathers who lived throughout the time, who are hoping, they're probably hoping JFK himself is alive. You can't get people's hope up like that because you don't have actual evidence. Okay? And like, you do a lot of reaching, and you spread a lot of false propaganda on other people's behalf. You do not dissimulate true knowledge when you read a Q drop, because you're reading a Q drop to hear him say what you want him to say. Therefore, you're going to think he did just that. And when you explain yourself or do a video or a podcast, you're going to be spewing that same BS right back to the viewers. Now look, I'm from New York, and I apologize if I've been rude or disrespectful in any way. I'm actually a great guy. I'm quite intelligent. I'd like to think I am. And I'm very, very respectful, especially towards women. But there are some people in this movement, I'm just going to be honest with you, don't trust everybody. I may be wrong, and when that day comes I find out I am, I will apologize to that young lady. However, it's not a good look when you have, her and the other guy who claims, like everybody's arrested and everyone's in jail, and Nancy Pelosi is sentenced and Ruth Bader Ginsburg is sentenced. Look, to be honest with you, she's probably dead just based off of those tweets with the dogs. There's no need to take it any further than that. If that's not crazy enough for you, I apologize. But don't make a big following on a YouTube channel to then humiliate the rest of us. It's not worth it, because normies as it is are not ready to hear that we're decoding tweets from James Comey and Donna Brazil, and they're about pets and dogs, and we're, decoding the ages and wordings to come up with a secret message about Bush or RGB being dead. See, some people are going to get scared away by this. We don't want to lose good patriots and good assets to our movement by doing that. So be careful who you follow. Be careful who you support. I know I'm going to always support the truth. I'm going to support the president till the very last breath I have in my lungs. As long as he continues to support me, my family, and every other American the way he has. Let's focus on 2020 and the elections, not dead people and are they going to return. It's not a good look for us, guys. Anyway, I'm Brooklyn Anon. Have a good one.